Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to have more cool comic book slash film slash story discussion fun. This such topic would be about great legendary singer named Regina Belle. I will also be comparing power levels of Regina Belle in regards to her immense skill sets, talents, and abilities. Much like other great artists and many other artists that came before and after Regina Belle, they all had to have an initial start, and so did Regina Belle. She started off singing at a very early age in church. She had a strong church upbringing because her uncle was a pastor and she sung in his same church. And then I believe he got another church that she also sung at. People recognize her music talents and her vocal abilities at an early age. And especially when she won that talent competition at the age of 12. And then later on, she would go on to study music in high school and college and various types of styles, methods, and genres such as opera music. And she also mastered a variety of instruments such as the trombone. And of course, she took other college courses. So I believe she had a double major. So she studied music and she studied something else. And then in her senior year of college, of course, she decided to put it on hold to pursue a full music career. And especially after a DJ introduced her to a R&B group, she ended up then touring with that group. She would open up for them, in fact, and then eventually she made a couple of duet songs with that group in which captured the attention of a major record company that wanted to sign her to a musical contract. So they did, and then her debut album came out in 1987. It produced chart-topping hits and high-selling singles, of course. And then a star was born, as you would say did. She released follow-up albums after albums. She ended up releasing 10 studio albums. Most of them were R&B, but at a certain time she decided to get back into her gospel roots. So she released a gospel album, of course, and it did well and charted high on the gospel charts. Then she released a follow-up gospel album, of course. So she was deeply enrooted into the gospel at that time. And eventually she became a pastor. And she even went back to school after the success of her musical career and finished her education and obtained her bachelor's degree in something, of course. So she valued an education even after her musical success. Okay, she released 10 studio albums. She, of course, did hundreds of stage shows where she performed stellarly as an amazing, stellar stage performer. And she still tours and does shows to this day, of course. The power levels for Regina Belle are she's a powerful master over the genres. She could transition from different genres with regard to her magical voice. And so she's a master of sounds and she's powerful at integrating different genres of music. In fact, she's made R&B albums, pop albums, jazz albums, and gospel albums. So and of course, she is a powerful songwriter, contributor who has contributed to some of her music credits, of course. And in all, she's turned out to be a great entertainer, a graceful, kind woman, of course, and a role model to the truest spirit of that. All right, folks, let me know how you feel about this one.